Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Peachy and this is Plant and Style. In today's video, we are going to continue on with the series that we have started, and so far we have done the Anthurium collection, and next up is Monstera genus, and I have 12 plants in this category, and I'm very much excited to talk about them. And let's not waste any more time and let's jump into it. My fiance bought me this Monstera 1 year ago, and here she is, my very first Monstera ever, and it's a bushy kind. It's got multiple plants in this pot, and it started growing and climbing on the pole, and I've already upgraded into, there's 2 poles stuck together, and I am beyond excited and I can't wait to see this one grow. Moving on to Monstera number 2 is this big boy right here, which is another Monstera deliciosa, same as the first one, except that it's on a mature side than the other one. As you can see, that it has more fenestrations already, and there's only 1 vine in this pot, and it's kind of nerve-wracking because it's relying on just 1 stem. If this breaks, that's it. Well, you can always propagate it, but yeah, so this was a rehab actually. It got down to like 3 leaves when I first had it, and I got it off of next door. It was part of a 6 plants for $30 deal. Basically $5 plant. But look at it now. It's got 5 gorgeous, perfectly symmetrical leaves that I really enjoy. My fiance really loved this plant also, so it lives in our bedroom, and I love the silhouette that it gives against our curtains during sunrise and sunset. It's so magical. It's quite nice. And for Monstera number 3, you guys remember my Monstera Eel Variegated that I purchased off of Facebook Marketplace, and this was the original leaf. This is a 1 leaf plant. Well, there are 2 plants in here. I've combined my other top cutting that I purchased a little after that, and so yeah, it pushed out this leaf right here as the 2nd leaf, and this is the newest leaf, and it's still hardening off. But look at that marbling, that even distribution of the white and green. As far as the other top cutting plant right here is, I don't know if it's struggling or what, but it has not moved. The roots are growing though, as you can see right there. So we have some nice roots, and right there as well. So I'm not worried about this other plant that's looking a little bit wonky. I think that it's already getting ready to push out a new leaf, but I think that it's just trying to like stabilize itself, making sure that it's able to like carry itself or so, because it's still very young. It's juvenile, but it's growing massive root system. here is something you have not seen before. I have not shown this in my channel, but this was supposed to be a Monstera Alba with a very minimal variegation. This was sold to me for $20, you guys. This was such a deal, and my Facebook group, houseplant group called Bay Area Rare Tropicals. Yay, Barts! It's the best group in the Bay Area, I think, because the people there are very generous, mostly collectors, hobbyists like myself, and I somehow won it. You know how purge goes, the first person to comment sold will get the item. So if you're not fast with your typing skills, you're probably not gonna make it because it's first come first serve, and I'm very, very grateful to have won this in my collection. Such a steal. And shout out to Miss Yuri Park. Thank you so much. I am keeping this baby and I'm growing it and giving it TLC and everything. So next Monstera in my collection is another one that I have won. My name was actually drawn for me to get this plant. It was very unexpected, again from Bart's, one of the moderator admin there. Thank you so much for your generosity, Stephanie. Shout out to you. Thank you. And this is a Monstera Adansonii mint that I never thought that I will ever own, because I wasn't going to purchase this one because they go for really high price, like over $100 at least for a low variegation one. And this is a mint one that I didn't even know it existed. The new leaf is already coming out and looking so variegated and nicely. It was in a pond, and I don't know very much about pond and I don't have a supply, so I moved it immediately to my chunky arid mix, and so far it's liking it. It's pushing out a new growth like, you know, like nobody's business. And it does live in my new Millsbow cabinet, by the way. I do have Millsbow now too. I haven't told you guys about that, but that's for another video. So yeah, plant number 5 is my Monstera Adansonii mint. I think that's how they call it. Very grateful. Beautiful plant. If you guys are still here, thank you so much. Just please don't forget to give me a like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I have a plant account there. Really appreciate it. And for the next plant, guys, we are on number 6, and this is again from a purge off of Bart's, and this was sold as Stand By Me Alba. The husband was the one doing the purge for the wife who was selling it, and he was so clever in changing the names into something funny, and Monstera Stanleyana Alba was called Stand By Me Alba, which was really funny. And yeah, I got this for $10. Yes, $10. That's what I'm telling you guys. Very, very lucky to be part of this group that just give out, you know, plant for very, very minimal price. Their cuttings and their collection, they're just sharing the love. I appreciate you guys, and I am, you know, I am beyond grateful that I am holding all these plants right now that I was nowhere going to be able to if it wasn't for this group that, you know, making all this available for us. The next one is from the same seller. It's Monstera Stanleyana Orea. This is supposedly Orea with the yellow variegation, and that yellow will fade to cream or white after a while. But as you can see, there's a new growth coming in and it's still looking cream, which is not good because it might not be able to sustain itself, and you know, the plant might not make it overall. But we shall see if I have to cut this back or what to promote more green, or I started to put it on a lower light situation because that's supposed to like tone down the variegation, and you know, we'll shall see. Well, so far it's still growing, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay, so next one is again from a purge, and this is Monstera Peru variegated, and that's the leaf, that's the other leaf right there. I am very, very excited about this plant, although I didn't even own the regular form of it, the regular Monstera Peru, because it was never available for me, and they were really priced high online still, and when I saw this one and it was such a great deal, I couldn't pass it up. So if you guys have any tips or tricks on how to grow Monstera Peru, even with the regular form, please let me know in the comments down below. I would appreciate every tips that I can get. So far so good though. This stem has grown. It didn't used to be this long, and as you can see, it's growing some aerials, so if anything happened, I can like easily propagate it, I guess. But very, very excited to have this in my collection. And moving on to, what number are we? 6, 7, 8, 9. We are on number 9. My Monstera Variegated Aria, I think that's what it's called. But anyway, it's the yellow variegation Aria. You have seen this in my collection. If you've watched my previous videos, guys, please check it out. And this was a top cut 2-leaf cutting as well that I purchased from Yuri again. Thank you, Yuri, you're such an angel. And it has been growing roots like crazy. Like, I might have to transfer this guy pretty soon. As you can see, I might need some watering already. I'm like so scared to overwater this plant, so I'm like waiting for it to dry out a little more. Actually, no. See, it's still wet. It's still wet. So yeah, I am extra careful. I'm being a helicopter mom on my Monsteras because this is one of the pricey ones, and I am genuinely very excited about this one. It's looking like it's already pregnant, but yeah, Monstera Orea, plant number 9. Or is it 10? Oh my god. 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 9 only. The next plant is, let's get down a little bit. I almost forgot about this Monstera Eel narrow form that I've had in the beginning. I've had this for a while, and I've chopped it all the way back already because it was crisping and leggy, and it wasn't a pole, but I didn't like the aesthetic of the pole, so I tore it down and I chopped it up, and I was trying to like just let it trail, but it's still getting like super leggy, so I still don't know what to do with this. But right now it sits on top of the shelf. Okay, so that was 10 done, and moving on to the last 2. And okay, before I get the big boy, you already know my other plant, but this was my latest haul. This is Monstera Alba, but it's got some serious sectoral variegation. What I mean by that is the variegation is on chunks like this. It's divided in like sectors, big chunks rather than marble. Although this newest shoot or leaf is white, looking white, and that's mostly most of the time very dangerous. But the if you can see, hold on, let me get her out of this vintage basket that I got. And so as you can see, the stem has green stripe where the new shoot is gonna pop out. So that's like giving me hope. That's the reason why I purchased this plant. And yeah, it's really pretty. This is probably like the most beautiful. If I get to have the same growth pattern as the mother plant, I will be like super duper happy. This is such a beautiful specimen, and I will give you updates, guys, when the next leaf comes. As you can see, it's still in pond and it's looking healthy. It's looking like it's got some healthy roots. So yeah, wish me luck on this one. Very beautiful. Last but not the least, definitely not the least, guys, you know my big boy. Hold on, I need some leverage and some room. Okay. Here is big boy. Oh my god. This is my big boy Monstera Constellation, and it hasn't given me any new leaf yet, and I recently repotted it on this big pot because it was previously in like a 6-inch pot, and the roots were taking over. It was growing some serious root system, and I potted this up like a couple days ago, and look, it's already already moving. It's already like it's already grown. So yeah, my mix is very chunky, so I figured might as well put it in this big pot and get it ready for spring. And maybe it needed like bigger room for it to grow, because as you can see how big it is. So I think that it needed that extra room to grab on to, so it can grow better and more stable. So yeah, I'm still very much in love with this plant. Still is my top plant overall. This is still my favorite. We have gone so far from battling root rot and everything from that shipment, and it's taken a toll. As you can see, I have trimmed the browning tips, the browning parts. That's why it's oddly shaped right now, and I just trimmed it for aesthetic purposes. But apart from that, it's got some healthy roots, and I'm very happy about that. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.